Okay, so that's not entirely true. When I first got there, they did they were doing two tests. One was an echocardiogram, I believe, and then I was supposed to be doing a stress test, running on a treadmill and everything like that. They had to put the IV in to put fluid in so they could see my heart better in the echo. And then the man that put it in um, wasn't there, so the lady went to go ask him because he was going to be running the test, on my stress test, if I still needed the IV in my arm. And he told her yes. So when she came back in, she wrapped it with a little bit of the medical wrap. And then I went and did the stress test. Well, I guess I was able to get my heart rate up without him having to pump another fluid into me. So it stayed wrapped up. And by him and me conversing, and me being tired for running on an inclined treadmill, I, at the point, had forgotten that that was on my arm. That became not my focus. So, as I'm talking to this gentleman, normally when I'm done with that, they have me go sit down and talk about copay or scheduling or anything like that. And he just told me to leave. Everything's cool, leave. He took all the stuff off me. And so I was like, are you sure? Is that all? And I was like, you're absolutely sure. Because I didn't want to miss out, sitting down and have to schedule something else. That's what was in my head when I kept asking him, are you sure everything is fine? Or are you sure that's it? There's nothing else? And he's like, no, just go ahead and go. So when I left, I go to get in the car and I go, oh, my arm is still wrapped. And I noticed the little nub from the end of the IV where, you put the stuff into. And I just thought, oh my God, this is the same guy that said it had to leave the IV in my arm. And he completely forgot it was still in my arm. So in my head, I'm like, well, he forgot, even though he was the one that said it had to stay in. I forgot because I was already exhausted from doing the stress test. So that suddenly left my head. And so I walked out, did the shot, walked right back in, had them remove it. So that's pretty much it. It was forgotten about. And I had my arm wrapped up, so I wasn't even thinking about it. It looked like like I said, I had just done a stress test and was completely out of my mind. The guy that told the lady to wrap my arm and keep the IV in my arm, he completely forgot that he told her that. So he saw my arm wrapped and probably thought she had already taken it out. There you go.